Hello, what's up everyone? So in this video I want to do a unboxing for a interesting product. It's a GVM LED video light. So I bought this on Amazon, and this video light features, not only the white panel but also a full RGB color panel. So if you're doing like remote shooting if you're doing remote video shooting, and you could easily just have this little LED light on top of your camera or on your rig, and you should have very portable and very usable video light on location. And this one actually can be powered by either the either the power adapter or a standard Sony compatible battery. So let's, without further ado, let's just open up the package and take a look and see what's inside. So GVM is a company that makes a lot of video and photography equipments or accessories, short for Great Video Maker. And this is the model number RGB-10S. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the package. You have your user manual right over here, some quality control certifications, some sort of sticker that says thank you for your support, and a quick startup guide for a cell phone app. So the cool thing about this portable light is that you can use the cell phone app to control the light remotely. You don't even have to touch the light. So if you have this light set up at the background, you can just use a cell phone and change the color and intensity of the light. Okay, so it comes with a nice pouch over here, little black velvet pouch, and those are the actual. Also comes with a battery charger. Let's see if the battery is here. Yep, and as well as the battery. So this is the battery I'm talking about. This is just the standard NPF 550 or F570 batteries. You can use larger capacity one, which is a little bit thicker, but for this purpose, it's included free of charge. So why not? And also here is a battery charger. I would suggest not use this battery charger because it's a generic charger with only a maximum output of 600 milliamp hour. So it's like a super slow charger. The battery is 2400 milliamp hour. So use 2400 divide by 0.6 and you get the charge time, which is super slow. So I would suggest to get a dedicated Sony battery charger, and you'll be able to charge this battery much faster. Better yet, usually when you buy those batteries, it comes with a fast charger. So there you have that. Otherwise, I think the thing can be powered by the adapter, but I see an adapter hole over here on the light, but they didn't really come with a adapter, so no adapter included. And over here is a quick adapter for you to mount this little tiny LED light onto any kind of the hot shoe on top of your camera or video camera. So that's pretty nice. It's plastic, but it seems to be pretty sturdy. Okay, and it's also pivotable, so you can adjust the angle of the light on your camera. So we might just find a camera really quick and then test the light on the camera really quickly for you guys. Okay, so that's about all the stuff that came in this little box, and we're gonna focus on the light. And let's take a look. Hopefully the battery is charged. So on the back panel there is two knobs. There are two knobs. So one is for the it's called hue, saturation, color, CCT, Wi-Fi, reset. So I think this is a multi-use button right over here, and not this one. So this one is clickable and it's rotatable. So I would assume you use this to adjust a lot of functions of the light. And this one I have a plus minus, so I'm just basically thinking it's just intensity adjustment really quickly over here. And this one is not clickable, so this one is clickable, okay? And over here you have your on-off button. It's a little tiny button, very clicky. On the bottom is the battery area, okay? Without further ado, I'm just gonna plug in the battery really quick. And in the front, it comes with a diffuser. So if you remove the diffuser, you can see how many lights are there, okay? Again, it's RGB light, so each of those dots work differently. Some dots changes color and some dots are just a singular color, okay? If I'm guessing correctly. And unfortunately, it only have one hole on the bottom or one hole on one side to mount your accessories, but I guess it really doesn't matter much. You can simply just, because it's not directional, so either way you move it, it should be fine, but it only have one hole over here. Usually some better equipments usually have multiple holes on multiple sides for you to mount it at different locations on your rig, okay? So this is the light, take a closer look. And I'm gonna turn it on really quick. So just pressing the on-off button. And right now the light is on, as you can see. Very cool. So on the back, now I see. Interestingly, so on the back, I'll show you guys. There is a LED, even an LED display. That's pretty cool. So if I do this adjustment, it looks like right now I'm at color temperature adjustment, so it says CCT. And if I rotate it, the number changes. And this is for the brightness. Right now I actually turned brightness completely off. So I just did one click and it's at 5%. And as you can see, this is 5%. So the ambient light setting, I have my camera at ISO 800 and f5. And I'm using a video light, like a AC powered video light. So the light source is actually pretty bright. And as you can see, the LED light at close range, it illuminates pretty well at only 5% of the brightness. So I'm gonna turn it up a little more. And all the way to 100. So this is at 100%. And this is my hand, as you can see, with my manual exposure on the video light, it's actually overexposing, so it's pretty bright. If I'm just adding, this is at probably 3 foot distance, and if I go to maybe 6 foot, so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna turn off the video light really quick and test it with my existing camera setting and see how well it just lights up the scene. So it's not a very powerful light, but most definitely workable for any subjects at close distance, you know, if you need to interview someone really quick in the dark, and I think this works really well. And again, this is without the diffuser. So I'm gonna put up the diffuser and take a quick look. Really not much of a difference. If you look at the shadow over here, diffuser on, diffuser off. So only very, very slightly does the diffuser diffuses the light, okay? Only very slightly. And it actually reduces the brightness of the light quite a lot. So I would suggest for on-location use, diffuser is probably not necessary, okay? So this is a white light at 440K, as I showed you earlier. And I'm gonna change the color temperature a little bit. Now we're at 5600K. So this is more like daylight. And this is what the color looks like. Okay, let me turn off my main video light. All right, so now it's all the glory of this video light. Yes, it does illuminate pretty good. This is, again, show you guys the setting really quick. 5600K and at 100% brightness. The battery is charged to about 80% when I just first got it, which is pretty nice. And so next, let's see. So you guys can see about the distance. This is my skin tone. So this is about 3 foot, I would say. And so at 3-foot range, it illuminates pretty good at 100% brightness. But if you go a little further, the light fall off, of course, is pretty significant. And again, my video recording is at f5 and ISO 800. And this is entirely illuminated by this video light. So as you can see, if you do some close range work, it's more than enough, okay, for the white light. Okay. Now, the interesting part is, let's see, I'm gonna able to change, oh, wow. So I pressed again, it went into the Hue mode. So in the Hue mode, I guess I can turn this knob again, the multi-function knob, to change the color of the hue of the LED. And I'm just gonna put a piece of white, something white over here for you guys to see. And so this is Hue mode. And right now I'm not even sure of the color. So this is more like orange. And now it's going to the red directory, the red, which shows 360 degree, okay? So as you can see, it have some pretty wacky colors over here. If you use this as a background light, I think it's a perfect background light. As you can see, it have all kinds of wacky colors. So now it's blue, and now it's kind of turquoise. Now it's going into green. Not sure if the green shows well in the camera, but it's pretty green over here, okay? That's all I can tell you. And I'm not going to change the white balance on the camera, so whatever you see is the actual color changing on the light. And now we're going again into, so if you're in Hue mode, you're not going to get the white light. It's always going to be just color. So I'm going to turn down this a little bit, and I'm going to go again the full circle from 0 to 360. So you guys can see all the different lights that lights up. And I'm going to turn down the brightness a little bit. Oh, I think that's 5% brightness. So, okay, I'm going to just go around for you guys to see the color change. I'm still rotating. So it have, in Hue mode, it have 360 digits, and every time I turn, it goes 5 digits lower. So it goes in increment of 5 digits out of 360. So you can do another quick math and find out, you know, how many presets are there for the Hue mode. So I'm just gonna do a math really quick. 360 divided by 5, like 70 something. So I'm still going. This is yellow. This is pretty yellow. Not sure if the monitor is showing, but I'm going to 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. So as you can see, it's pretty abrupt from 10 to 5. It just suddenly goes from yellow, very yellow, to very red. And now it goes to very magenta, or yeah, magenta color. So that's Hue mode. And I did press again. So I pressed again, so it changed from Hue mode to saturation mode. So I guess in each hue, there is also different kinds of saturation that you can adjust. But I don't think it's working well in the saturation mode. Turning it all the way up. Okay, I can see it changes a little bit. So the saturation mode really doesn't do much. Like if you turn again, theoretically, if you turn the saturation to lowest, it should just be white light, and which it does show up pretty white. And this is actually using the RGB light to light up the front of me. And this is my skin tone with the RGB illumination. Pretty wacky color. Now I kind of understand. So if I go to RGB mode, if you use saturation to turn down to 0, it shows a white light, which with all the 3 lights light up inside the largest LED light over here. Okay, it's hard to explain, but it have 3 chips on each of those cells, and one chip have a full spectrum light, red, yellow, and red, green, and blue, and the other 2 are just white lights. So in different modes, you can see different lights light up. Okay, so and right here in this mode, in the CCT mode, which is basically just white light, and you can adjust the daylight balance of the white light, which is pretty neat. So you can go to 3200K and all the way to 560K. So from kind of tungsten to kind of daylight. And this is the spectrum of, you know, color that it can produce in the CCT mode. In each of those modes, you can fully adjust the brightness of the light, which is also pretty nice. And in the Hue mode, it's gonna do a saturation change really quick so you guys can see the hue. Right here might show up pretty good. Okay, so now I'm in the Hue mode, and as you can see, with a saturation of about 85%, and I'm just changing the light again. And the brightness right now is at 100. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, so a little bit lower, and you guys can see the effects. Okay, pretty cool. Let's explore the cell phone app, because right here it says I can download a cell phone app, so that's exactly what I did. Need to go find my cell phone. So right here, okay. So I have my cell phone. I'm gonna turn on the app that they asked me to install, which I already pre-installed when I was researching about this LED light. Okay, let's see. So the app is called GVM Easily, and let's see. Okay, so a little disclaimer before I open up, before I did this unboxing, I already actually connected. I took the camera out really quickly and I connected the camera through Bluetooth with my cell phone. The connection is pretty easy. If you just follow the guide from the app, it tells you how to quickly connect the light to your cell phone. So basically, I can control the light really easily on my cell phone. So if I just do a quick change over here, you can see like all the functions are fully accessible, and I can even turn this on and off. So also, I think it's able to save a preset somewhere. Okay, so it has all those settings right over here, and every time I change, the light changes color. So pretty neat, okay? And as you can see, if you go into the white mode, by using the top knob, it goes into white mode automatically. If you use the saturation knob, it automatically switches to the little, to the RGB LED light in the camera. So at one time, either 2 lights is gonna light up or one of those lights, okay? So not all the light can be lit up at the same time. Only half of those lights can be lit up. And in the RGB mode, of course, full spectrum of crazy colors. Let me just show you guys really quick what it can do, okay? So I'm gonna just press randomly. As you can see, it's able to change the color dynamically on the fly, okay? Which is pretty cool. And again, I'm going to the white light mode, changing from the 320K to 560K. And so it's doing it on the fly. Super cool. Color saturation. And so at saturation of 72, and I'm just gonna rotate it. So you can't really click the center. Basically on this wheel, it's like a 360-degree wheel corresponding to the number on the back of the LED panel, okay? So that's what it does. Pretty nice. So I don't think I'm gonna be using this on top of my camera, but I think it'll be really cool just be this thing just be used as a really cool like fill light in one of those video shoots, you know, as a background, because nowadays people love to put some extra, you know, colors on the back of their scenes, and I think this would do the job wonderfully. And the best part is this thing is less than $100. I think when I bought it, it's like $80. It might be even cheaper now. So you could just most definitely get a whole pack of those and put them on different colors, and then just pair it with the app, because I think the app you're able to pair multiple lights over here, because it have a function to switch different devices, which is pretty cool as well. So enough said. I'm gonna turn off this light, and I'm gonna say pretty useful light for less than $80, okay? And put on the little diffuser, see what it looks like. Really, the diffuser is useless. It doesn't really change anything at all. But they included this, so I guess if you want to use it, feel free to use it. But this is what it looks like. And let me switch it back to the CCT mode, because my eyes kind of hurt from those those color switches. Okay, so let's see. Again, very useful little portable light. If you work at a close distance, most definitely you can do something. Okay, if your work requires a little bit further distance, I would suggest to get something bigger than a little on-camera light. So that is my conclusion. And if you guys have any questions about this little handy video light from GVM, the GVM-10S or the GVM RGB-10S, feel free to ask me in the comments section down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer the questions for you guys. So thank you so much, and take care.